Hello everyone. Okay, so I have tried to film this video multiple times and we're gonna hope that this is the winner. But if not, I'll just keep going. I want to talk to you guys about Kerastase hair products. I am obsessed. I am not affiliated. I am not partnering with them whatsoever. I get absolutely nothing. If you go from here and buy Kerastase hair products, I'm just that in love with them. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you. Okay, so first things first, I have now been using them since June 11th. Today is September 15th, I think. So we're over the 90-day mark of using exclusively Kerastase. I have not had anything else touch my hair. And I did that on purpose because I really wanted to do a deep dive and see not just first impressions, not just, okay, I've been using it for a few weeks. Does this really work? And have I noticed any long-term updates or changes or anything? And yes, I absolutely have. So I can tell you that I did notice an immediate difference. Let's back up. Okay, so on June 11th, I saw a new stylist and I went to her on purpose because I knew that she used Kerastase products and I knew a friend had recommended her. And so I was like, your hair always looks so healthy. I want that. This is all my natural hair color. I've completely, for those of you that have been around, I had bright, like Ronald McDonald red hair, and then I dyed it black over that. But I had the red hair for like 2+ years, and I was just doing bleach, overlap, bleach, overlap, bleach, like it was a mess. That's why I did the black over that, and then I just kind of let it grow out. So it's been maybe 3 years since I started growing my hair out, and all of the color has been cut off. So these are just perfectly virgin, natural ends at this point. And yet I was so frustrated because I was like, this is my natural hair. And I was doing oil treatments. I was doing deep conditioning treatments. I was doing all the things. So I was like, why does it feel so awful? Like I have no color damage left on my hair. I only use heat maybe once a week, sometimes twice a week, but that's very rare. Sometimes I don't even use it once a week. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't use a ton of heat. So I was like, why does my hair feel so awful? And I was just so annoyed. And that's why I was like, I need to see this new stylist because I want to know what she has for me, you know? And I feel like if you get nothing else from this video, that is a really important part. So I think that Kerastase products are amazing. But I think that had I just gone online and like Googled what I thought that I needed, I would not be using the line that I'm using right now. And I would not have experienced such drastic turnaround changes. So basically when I saw her, I let her touch my hair for like 2 seconds and I said, great, what do I need? And she did a Fusio dose, I think that's what it's called, treatment on me in the salon from the Nutritive line. And you will see that is what I still use. So I have let me pull it up here. The shampoo, conditioner, and deep conditioner, all from the Nutritive line. And these are all for fine to medium hair. So they have all 3 of these products still in the Nutritive line, still with the orange cap and everything, but they have this exact line for medium to thick hair as well. I just don't need that because I have fine hair. I have a fair amount of it, but it's still fine. So one thing that I want to tell you about is the smell. And they all smell a little bit different. The shampoo smells different than the conditioner, smells different than the deep conditioner. The shampoo, I feel, smells more lavendery, very floral. It's a very floral fragrance with like the smallest hint of citrus. The conditioner, however, I want to make sure that I don't squirt it out my nose. It's wet. I just pulled this from my shower. Yeah, the conditioner is rose. Maybe it's something else, but in my mind it's rose. But the conditioner specifically is such a nostalgic, see it's dripping, core memory unlocked situation for me because my grandparents had, it doesn't matter, one of the homes that they had was just filled to the brim with like stuff, but it was like old-timey stuff, right? Like antiques and collectibles and this and that. And I felt like everything had a story. And when I'd be over there, I was a kid, right? And I was really young. And so I would just use my imagination and I'd be like, where did this come from? What travels did this come from? Da 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 da. But they also, my grandma had, in her bedroom and in one of her bathrooms, I think she had like potpourri, but she also had in all of her bathrooms, not just regular soap, but like she would have like a soap dish and it would have little tiny hand soaps in them, but they were like shells or flowers or like just, it was almost too pretty. Like I can't use this because it's clearly decorative, you know what I'm saying? But they all had like a very strong floral smell to them. And that's what this reminds me of. It reminds me of adventures in my grandma's house, smelling her potpourri, smelling her floral hand soaps. It's definitely, I would call it a mature fragrance, but literally every time, and I don't use the conditioner every time. I either use the conditioner or I use the deep conditioner, but every time I use the conditioner specifically, it just, I don't know, it just takes me back to exploring her house and going through all of her things and imagining where she got them. And in my mind, it was like, it's funny because this is a French hairline, so these are French hair products. But in my mind, when I would smell that in her house, I would think of like Parisian, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's where she got this and it was on a fun trip and like da da da. None of that's true. I just made it up. But it was just funny. I don't know. So I wanted to share that with you guys. The deep conditioner though, I use this at least once a week. No, that's a lie. At least every other week. Sometimes I use it once a week. Sometimes I use it once every other week. It has a, you guys, this is so wet. I should have dried this out. A little thing that you take out every time. And it's thick. Okay, good. I hope you're seeing that texture. I have been using this since June 11th. The only thing I've repurchased two things. Dry shampoo, because I go through it a lot, because I use too much, and I understand that. And the shampoo. I did not have to repurchase the shampoo. I did not like not having a pump. I'm very used to having a pump. So I had her order me the big Mama Jamma. Look at this. It's as big as my head. So this is the regular size. And then this is the size that I had her order me into the salon so I could go and pick it up. I still have this. I have a ton of this. I'm not running out of shampoo for a long time. Okay. But this I did repurchase, you could say, because I wanted the pump. But everything else, I'm still on my first run through and we're at 90 days in. And this is what surprises me the most. I wouldn't want to be able to see through it. I like that it's a white tub and that it's opaque, but for the purposes of this video, I wish you could see through it to see how much I've used. It's not half. Like I have not even used half of this tub of deep conditioner, which for me is shocking. It is mind-boggling because when I was using my other products, I would go through, listen, this conditioner, I would have gone through it in a month and it's still, yeah, see, you can't really see through it. The conditioner is probably halfway, but we're on 90 days. And I promise you, I would have completely emptied this for my old products in a month. Deep conditioner, no chance. This would have been gone within a month too. We're at 90 days and I'm not even halfway through it. And I use, excuse me, not too much, but I make sure that my hair is covered. Like it feels silky when it's in there. I twist it all together. I make sure that when I squeeze it, there's like deep conditioner coming out. You know what I'm saying? I use a fair amount, but it's just, you don't have to use a lot. So I use a fair amount for how much you have to use. I don't know how to explain it. It's just perfect. Okay. It just is. It's perfect. Love it. I'm going to skip. I've already shown you the, not deep conditioner, the dry shampoo. Love this stuff. I absolutely love the dry shampoo. Here's the thing. So I get weird about breathing. You probably notice that if you watch my videos, but especially if I feel like I'm not supposed to breathe, like this is not an appropriate time to take a deep breath. I feel like I have to, you know what I'm saying? And so when I'm doing my hair and I'm using like hairsprays and stuff, you obviously have to hold your breath because you will die. You will choke on the alcohol and all the things. I don't I don't know why. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what's in this. I don't know what's magical. I can be actively breathing while spraying this in my hair. And for me, that's huge. I was not expecting that. That was not like this is a must-have situation. I just noticed it one day when I inhaled while I was doing my dry shampoo, and I said, oh, look at that. But it's called Fresh Affair, and I feel like that's the perfect name because it really does just keep your hair fresh. It's not super powdery. I tend to like really powdery dry shampoos, and so at first when I got it, I was like, I don't know that I'm gonna like this because it's not super powdery. But it's like the perfect, I have it in now. It's the perfect ratio of just, I don't know what's in there. Like, honestly, there is powder, but whatever else is in there actually just sucks everything out of your hair without needing to be super powdery. I don't know. I love it. Okay, so aside from the dry shampoo, those are the in-shower products that I've been using consistently with no changes. This guy, you can clearly see I've used, is the, if I shake it up, you can see the name better. Yeah, the Genesis line, and it's the Defense Thermique. So this is, their whole Genesis line is specifically for fragile hair, I would say. And I definitely, that is the word, aside from massively dry, fragile describes my hair. And so this helps to prevent breakage from heat styling, prevent breakage from brushing, prevent breakage from all the things. So this is just a really great line for the health of your hair. So my main concern is dryness. I need all of these over here to put the correct level of moisture in my hair. But once I get out of the shower, now it's time to style, and now it's time, I have a hair in my eyeball, to make sure that we don't cause any unnecessary damage and breakage or whatever, which is where this stuff comes in. I spray this liberally. I probably don't need to only have this much left, but I do, because it's so lightweight and it spreads so far, and I can just go like I probably at least 12 sprays, at least. And it's fantastic. This is a heat protectant, thus the Defense Thermique. It is a heat protectant, but this specific product goes up to 230 degrees Celsius. So what is that? I was literally looking for my phone. I was like, where's my phone so I can Google the difference? I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. But what I will say is just this moment in front of you guys is when I first noticed the 230 degrees Celsius. So I wonder if this is actually doing more than I thought that it was, because the description says that it protects from blow dry heat. And I never blow dry my hair. I just let it dry naturally and then I curl it, because once again, I'm trying to limit the amount of heat damage and everything. And so because it specifically said blow dry heat, and blow dry heat is a lot less than flat iron heat, curling iron heat, whatever, I got this, because this says, in fact, let's try and find it. Oh, it's the same thing, you guys. Okay, so this I saw on the website protects your hair up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit is what I saw on the website. And so because it specified that, I was like, this has more heat protectant in it than this does. Turns out, we're finding out together on this Sunday, these have the exact same amount of heat protection in them per the back of the bottle. 230 degrees Celsius, 230 degrees Celsius, which means 450 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. You can fact check me. What I will say, I like this, I do. But I love this, okay? Like, it makes me go to 10 Things I Hate About You with Heath Ledger. May he rest in peace. I forget the girl's name that does it, but she's like, I like my Skechers shoes, but I love my Prada backpack. Skechers shoes, Prada backpack. That's where we're at. So I have a ton of this one, and that's fine. But I'm definitely going to keep using this one. And you can use them both. Okay, I do want to point that out. So if you're like, okay, I really want the anti-breakage, but even after using all of this, my hair is still dry enough that I need some extra moisture, spray this on top. You can combine them. My stylist told me that, and I said, what? I don't know why I'm the type that everything is so black and white. If I'm using this, I have to use this. If I'm using this, I have to use this, and you can't mix. Why? Who said that? I don't know. So she was like, yeah, just mix them together. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're genius. But regardless, my hair just feels better when I use this one. I just like it. It's so lightweight. This one, if you go ham, like I do, you will weigh your hair down. Okay. So I'm just really excited. I just hope that you guys know that. I'm so excited to have found out that this one has the same level of heat protectant. Okay. So then I went back. Oh, okay. Let me do this. These things were what I bought day one. So it was all of these and then this. Anything else? Looking around. Nope. This was the only styler that I bought that day. So this I've been using since June 11th as well, and still have some left. And I use this liberally. Later, maybe a month later, I went back and got these two things because I had read online that this one protected your hair up to 450 degrees. And I was like, well, since that one doesn't specifically say that, it must not, I got in my head about it. So I went back and I got these things. Okay, there's a hair on this one. I have been using this. This is actually unfair. Okay. I had been using this for probably 45 days and it was up here. I promise you. Like I had barely used any because when you undo it and pull it out, do you see how that's dripping? I'm not squeezing this dipper at all. Now I did just to show you that I was squeezing it. But when you pull it out, it just drips, right? So I had been using this forever without ever squeezing it. I would just pull it out, bring it over my hand, put it back and down. You know what I'm saying? And then I would just rub it in and put it in my ends and everything. This is the split end serum, still in the nutritive line. I don't know how I feel about it. We're 90 days in and I don't know how I feel about it. I just don't. I don't know. I like it. Oh, but it's not fair because I used a ton the other day on purpose and I've spilled it a couple times. So I've been using this for at least 60 days and it's still there. Like it's going to take me at least a year to use all of this, full disclosure. And it would have taken me probably longer than a year had I not spilled it and used a ton of it on purpose. My hair was dirty and it just felt gross. And so I just sectioned my hair off and slathered it in sections. So like I used a lot. I don't know how I feel about that product. I think it is a vitamin product to moisturize your ends and to help prevent split ends from forming, all the things. When my hair is wet, I've tried pairing these two together. So I'll get out of the shower and spray this liberally, put a tiny bit of this on my ends and rub it in. When my hair is wet, this seems to absorb better. Excuse me, as opposed to their other oil. When my hair is dry, you just have to use the smallest amount. Like you can accidentally overuse this very, very easily. And what I have found is with this product specifically, if I do accidentally overuse it, there is no coming back from that. It's just there. It's just there. It's in my hair. You're going to be able to see it. You know. Whatever. So for that reason, this product makes me hesitant. It's good. It does what it's supposed to do. It's just, I have to be so careful when I'm using it. And that's just not who I am as a person. I just do the most pretty much all the time. So that is what it is. So then recently, maybe only in the last 30 days, I got this Mama Jamma. She's beautiful. She's beauty, she's grace, she is Miss United States, okay? This is the Kerastase Elixir Ultime, and this is in the new packaging. I'm kind of bummed, to be honest, because I thought the old packaging was beautiful. I loved it. But this is, it's definitely reusable. It's recycled, I think. So it's made out of mostly recycled products, and it's refillable. So you just take... There we go. See that? So this part you buy one time and then these refills you buy after that and you put them in here and you just twist and then now it's in there. So the outside is glass, the inside is plastic. I like that because the old one was just pure glass, okay? So if you dropped it like I am prone to do and it broke, you're SOL. This one, if you drop it and it breaks, you're still protected because the inside is plastic. And so there's like a level there. Now it sucks because you'll have to buy the outside again, but like it is what it is. So this and this are probably the two products that I have been most undecided about, and I've used them over and over again on purpose to try and figure out how do I feel about these products. Everything else, especially this one. Okay, 10 out of 10, love it. Actually, especially everything that I got first. Everything that my stylist told me to get for my hair. She was correct, folks. She knew exactly what she was doing. It's perfect. I did not ask her, and I went out and got some of this stuff on my own, right? Because Google, and I was having FOMO, and I wanted to know how these products worked. So this, I just love this so much more that it's unfortunate this one never had a chance. This one got friend zoned from jump because I already had my soulmate. Does that make sense? These two, I just couldn't, I had to play with them. I had to try them out different ways to see how I liked it, what made me like it, all the things. And what I will tell you is this one's winning. By far, this one is winning. Yesterday, actually, when I was getting out of the shower, I sprayed a ton of this in my hair. I squished it, like my hair was dripping wet. I squished it through, and then while my hair was still dripping wet, I put a full pump of this in my hair, and I just put it all through my ends, and I let it go up and everything. This also has heat protectant in it, so we are covered, folks, for the heat. And then today, I had let it dry overnight, curled my hair this morning, put this back on the ends. What I'll tell you is, when my hair is wet, I can do a literal full pump and distribute it through and kind of dilute it with the water that's in my hair. When my hair is dry, we're going to do a little pump, okay? We're going to go and let some of it come out. This thing is not going to press all the way down. That's what it's not going to do. Because once again, you're going to use too much and you're going to overdo it. And I don't need that much. What I will say though, is that if you do overdo this one, it's less game over than this one. This one somehow absorbs better in my hair as it goes. Like it might look like I've used too much to start out with, and within 30 minutes to an hour, you can't tell. It's just moisturized. It's no longer greasy looking, like it's no longer super shiny, like shiny healthy, but not shiny like you have oil right there in your hair, you know? I don't know. So I'm super loving this more than I expected. It has tons of good reviews. I think this might be their most popular product, and yet I wasn't sure about it, and I'm really starting to love it. So this is growing on me. Okay, we've already talked the dry shampoo, but this, I've already told you I've repurchased, but they were out of it for a little bit. So I got this instead. It's their VIP Volume in Powder. It is not the same as the dry shampoo, not for my purposes anyway. I want a traditional classic dry shampoo that can make me look like I have gray hair. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't do that. We've already discussed. This does not have enough powder in it. You'd have to spray way too much in order for you to look like you're going gray. But that's typically what I like. So I like to have a lot on, and then I go to sleep, and by the time I wake up, it's all dispersed into my hair and into my scalp, and you can't see that I'm wearing any dry shampoo. This is much more of a styling product. It does have, it's called Volume in Powder. It does have a little teensy bit of powder in it, and you can feel it once it's dry. It comes out wet though, so this is more of a styler. This is more of I want gritty feeling in my hair. I want volume. I want texture. This is more like a dry texture spray in my opinion. It's just a teensy bit wetter than a dry texture spray coming out. It does dry down pretty quickly. But this stuff, like it's in there right now. And if I don't know. I typically don't like a ton of volume, but I like the way that these two make my hair feel for days. Like if I wanted to be I'm only going to wash my hair once a week type of person, I put these two babies on day one with clean hair. It's going to last me forever. Like it's just going to keep going, and you're just going to keep being fresh. So this is so full. I use such a small amount of this. I pick up a back section, go hold it there, let it dry. I pick up a front section, hold it there, let it dry. Do the same thing on the other side. That's it. Like I use just a couple sprays. This is gonna last me at least a year. Very long time. Together, perfection. I just absolutely love them together. So I have now shown you a lot of products. Do you need this many products? No, you probably don't. Is this fun for me? Yes, yes it is. Is this where I put all of my fun money? It absolutely is, because I want to. But what once again, I think I started saying this in the beginning, then I cut myself off. What I think is so important is you can Google and determine what you want to use, what you think is best for you. Most everybody has great return policies at this point. So if you get it and you don't like it, like that's fine, just send it back. Kerastase has a hair quiz, and so it can help you decide what you need to use for your hair. But if you have a Kerastase salon in your area, especially if you've got one that can be recommended to you by friends, or you know someone that's gotten their hair done there and their hair is always healthy or whatever, I just think that my relationship with Kerastase is so much better immediately because of the fact that I had a stylist who knew what she was talking about. She knew what my hair needed, and she could get me on the exact right products right away. Once again, I would not have mixed these lines. I would have gotten everything from one line or everything from the other. I never would have mixed them. And she's like, but this is what you need. And she was right. So I just think that just finding a stylist that knows what they're doing is invaluable. So I want that for you. I just want that for you. But I wanted to come on here. I wrote some notes because I didn't want to forget everything. I just wanted to come on here really and tell you all about these products because they've been making me so happy. I've just been enjoying them. I look forward to taking my shower. I look forward to washing my hair. On the showers that I just hop in real quick, and I've got my hair up in the like a shower cap. I'm sad a little bit because I'm not having the luxurious experience of doing my hair, but those are time-saving days. Sorry, I just got distracted by my other notes. Anyways, so I just wanted to show you guys this because it's been so good for me. My hair texture has changed a lot over the last 90 days. It is definitely more moisturized, but it is not heavy. It is not weighed down. It does not feel oily on the ends. It does not feel greasy. Like there are other products that I've used before that in order for my hair to feel moisturized, they just felt heavy all the time. Like they felt producty. If you felt my hair, in order for it not to feel so dry, you could feel the product in it. With these products, my hair is not dry, but I don't feel the product in them. The only product that I feel in them is the volume and powder at the roots. This for days. When you go in there, you can feel it and it just zhuzhes back up. But that's what helps to get the volume back. So that's what it's supposed to do. But all of the other products, I cannot feel them. So I love that. Another thing that I want to say is I have to kind of, I was going to say eat my words, but not exactly. So for those of you that know, I went to cosmetology school. I had my hair license. I used to do nails in the salon, you know, all the things. And so I have been a major ingredient snob for years. And in addition to being an ingredient snob, I did the curly girl method for a while. I was really against sulfates and silicones, this, that, and the other. And I was like, I know it's going to work better. And here's all of the scientific reasons why and whatever. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You do you, boo-boo. Do whatever works for you. Okay. What I'll tell you is it wasn't working, right? Like I knew all the things. I had tried all the different hair brands, all of the things, and it still wasn't working. My hair felt like trash. So literally, I think that's what took me so long to see this stylist, because I was like, I had briefly done a cursory Google of the ingredients in Kerastase hair products, and I was like, I don't get it. Like, they have sulfates and silicones and like all the things that you're not supposed to use, right? So like, I don't get how they would be that much better, but I also know that what I'm using now isn't working. And the 15 other things that I used before that weren't working. And everything that Google tells me should be good because it has the right ingredients, the luxury ingredients, all the things aren't working. So I had kind of, I don't want to say given up, but I was definitely at like a YOLO. Why not at this point? Why not try this person and her products? Because my stuff isn't working. And I think I'm glad that I had gotten to that point, but I also wish that I had seen her sooner just because I love these products so much. But to that end, I was definitely the type of person that was like, there's no difference. So if this shampoo has sulfates, there's no difference in quality from this shampoo to the drugstore shampoo that also has sulfates, because sulfates are bad. And sodium lauryl sulfate is sodium lauryl sulfate, period. Like that, the ingredient is the ingredient. It doesn't matter which product it's in. This is where I'm having to eat my words, because I don't know what they do, okay? This has sulfates, this has silicones. These are the best products I have ever used on my hair. These are chemists, these are wizards, these are fantastic developers. There is absolutely, let's scroll back a little bit. I've always known that there is a difference in professional products and drugstore products. Absolutely. I will argue until the end of all time that yes, you're probably going to get what you pay for when it comes to quality of ingredients, this, that, and the other. But these are so good, okay? So basically, I've just now taken that hat off. I've taken I'm not actually a chemist, but I put the chemist hat on myself because I thought that I needed to. It's off, it's gone. I'm not a developer. I'm not a formulator. I'm not all the things. These things work, and that's what I'm telling you, okay? We are 90 days in. My hair is the healthiest it's been in years. It looks good, and it's starting to consistently look good. I just love them. I just love them a ton. And so I wanted to come on here and share that with you. Also, Kerastase, maybe it does. Maybe you guys can find it easier than I can. I don't find a ton of reviews for them. And I definitely don't find a ton of reviews from just regular people. Like I see some from influencers. I see some from their own, like Kerastase has a YouTube channel. And they do some reviews and this and that, which is like great, but it's like, is that really true? Or are you just saying that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, if the brand puts something out, I'm not going to take it as seriously as an average Jane like myself coming on here and saying, this is what I think. Especially, once again, not affiliated, like nothing like that. So I've seen a couple influencers, but not a lot of reviews. And so because of that, I felt like I needed to come on here and give you my review. Not that I'm anybody special, not that I'm famous, nothing like that. I wanted to be able to see people's actual reviews and what's actually working on their hair, and I did not find that, so I wanted to give that to you. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope that if you've been on the fence of, do I try Kerastase, do I not try Kerastase, you go for it. I hope that you have a Kerastase salon in your area. I am going to a Lunatic Fringe Salon, and I think they're all over the country. I think. Pretty positive. They do New York Fashion Week, So Lunatic Fringe, if you have one in your area, absolutely go. Once again, Kerastase has the quiz on the website so you can see what products are best for you. While there's not been a lot of video reviews, there are a ton of just written reviews online. So you can go and look at those and see which product you think would be best for you. And I will also tell you, all of the lines have very different scents. So this line is smelling heavily floral. This one, in my opinion, very citrusy. And then she used the Premier line on me last time when I went and got my hair cut. I can't even put into words what it smelled like, but it was delicious. So they all have a very distinct and separate fragrance. So that's something to look into as well. But yeah, I don't know. I feel maybe these are my top 3 products. But I also feel like that's not fair because my hair would not feel this good without these 3 products. So maybe those are my top 6 products, and I really just want to keep using all of them together. So I think that is the key to my hair eventually growing Rapunzel length, because that is my goal. So anyway, I have talked long enough. I love you guys. Have a great Sunday. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you sometime.